Shalom, giving all praises to Yahweh, Bashem, Al-Shai, Bashem, Rukakudah, Shalom to the 144,000 and the rest of the elect out there, Shalom to you all. And I'm going to entitle this video, I asked the chat, what's the GMS Israelites take on Psalms 64? So I hadn't read it, proofread it, I'm just going to read it for the first time. The GMS Great Millstone Israelite Camp or Company, part of the broader Black Hebrew Israelite movement, interpret Psalm 64 as a prophetic psalm about the persecution of the true Israelites, whom they identify primarily as so-called Black, Latino, and Native American people today, mainly in the Americas. The focus is here on America, the U.S. itself, all the tribes. If you go back 100 years, 150 years, not all the tribes were here. The only tribes you had was, you had Judah and slavery. You had the Northern Kingdom already here in the different parts of the Americas. You had the Mexicans. You had Gad and Reuben. So you didn't have those other tribes up here. They came through the years. Well, let's say the 40s, Ephraim came up here. Then you had Simeon came up here in the early 60s, because I remember Dominicans, because I used to think they were Puerto Ricans. I said, you don't know I'm Dominican. I said, it's Puerto Rican to me. There's a difference. The tribe is different. But they were up here, in the early 60s. And Issachar already been up here. But so from, let's say, the 40s up until present, every tribe is up here. It says, by their enemies, especially modern Western powers. Here's how they typically understand Psalms 64, secret counsel of the wicked. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection. Insurrection means to cut from within, of the workers of iniquity. GMS interpretation, the wicked are usually identified with Esau, Edom, whom they teach are the modern descendants of Europeans, especially white nations. Yes, those are the Edomites. The secret council refers to government system, which is controlled by the Edomites, a lot of the small hats, the tiny tops, intelligence agencies, international banking elites, global political structures. They often connect this to ideas of hidden rulership. Right. There's what you call a shadow government. Global, well, let me look up that word, shadow government. Let me just highlight this.
It checks.
Okay. Shadow government, meaning a shadow government generally refers to a secretive or unelected group that yields significant influence over public policy, often described as operating behind the scenes. Those are the puppet masters. Nero is merely a puppet to control government actions definitions vary from established national security structures for emergency continuity to theories about, right, it goes into a continuity of government. Continuity of government is if all hell breaks loose in America, the three branches of the government got to be, and their staff got to be saved. So when they land someplace else, they can reestablish the government. So they don't give a fuck about you. They're gonna get out of their what do you call it, doomsday planes, and get out of there. There's an actual doomsday plane. It's a definition vary from established national security structures for emergency continuity of government to theories about deep state, and this is a conspiracy theory, and we're not nuts. This is as a topic. This is a conspiracy theory, and we're not nuts, and I'm not a nut. State, corporate, or partisan interests influencing or undermining democratic leadership. The people behind the scenes are the super rich that pull the strings of these politicians. So they all bought and paid for. You say they were bought and paid for, Eustace. Oh, they've been bought and paid for a long time ago. Anyway, let me go over here. Crypto government meaning. Crypto government. That's what Psalm 64 is all about. This hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked. Crypto government, and that was King David prophesying about now. Because King David was not only a king, he was a warrior, king, and he was a prophet. He made a lot of predictions, prophecies. Crypto government typically refers to the intersection of cryptocurrency with the state authority involving government regulation, taxation, and adoption of digital assets. This is what this is not what I wanted, but it's good too. Bitcoin as the development of the government. Let me try it this way. Cryptocracy. Not kleptocracy. Cryptocracy. 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 Let me do it. Crypto. Do this. Okay, let's see how this comes up. Talk-cracy. Let's see how this comes up. Okay, I might have it. Cryptocracy. A cryptocracy is a form of government or power structured where the true leaders are hidden. That's your illuminated ones. So King David was prophesying about this super elite behind the scenes that you don't know about. These people that you see, the president and so forth, they're all front people. Secret or unknown to the public. It implies a or rule by the secret elite derived, and most Americans would tell you, oh no, the highest office you can go to is president, Supreme Court, derived from the Greek kryptos, hidden, and kratos, rule, hidden rule, secret rule. It represents a hidden government cryptocracy where decision making happens behind the scenes. Only thing that Nero gets is the memo. Put it like, hey, when they had Obama, he was just a puppet. He was a puppet for 8 years. You had Biden. He was just a puppet. It was just all those guys are puppet. Reagan, puppet. They're all puppets. They're all puppets to the hidden government. Nero doesn't make this stuff up. He doesn't say we're going to do this bill and do that and we're going to sign this. He gets a memo. They tell him what to do. And you people, here it is, 2026, and you people cannot see it. You don't understand the concept. What's the saying? Mondos vult decepe ergo decepiator. The world wants deception, therefore they're gonna get deception. So hey, the building falling down. People still think that this Arab guy, Tim Osman, did it. He was behind it. Show you how stupid and slow these people are. That's why when the chip comes, a lot of people's not gonna know they're not gonna equate it to. They had to put the chip in there, the mark of the beast. They're not gonna equate it to, especially the black church. Especially the black church. They're gonna wind up getting it, not knowing that that's in the Bible, and you're not to get it. How many people you know believe in their mind or understand that America's gonna be totally destroyed in the coming World War III, Armageddon? Not many. Okay, they often connect this to ideas of hidden rulership, global control, or conspiratorial planning against Israel. Who whet their tongue like a sword. Who whet their tongue like a sword, and they may shoot in secret at the perfect. GMS application, tongue, propaganda, media narrative, excellent, laws, slander. They interpret this as false accusations, media portrayals, legal systems used against true Israelites. Because if you say that you're an Israelite, that makes you what? An anti-Sem. So you got to immediately tell them that I'm a Sem myself. How can I be anti myself? The perfect are the elect. Those who follow what they call the true doctrine, right? And part of the true doctrine is an MOTB. If you teach others otherwise, you don't have the full doctrine. They encourage themselves in an evil manner, verse 5. They commune of laying snares, traps privately. They say, who shall see them? Now in Argentina, they're catching these IDF forces that retire. They go to Argentina and they setting forest fires, and these Argentinians are catching them and got them on film. This is why they lawyer up so much, and they'll tell you quick you're anti-Sem. They do all this wickedness. Remember, they were kicked out of 109 provinces, countries. Because anytime they come, I'm talking about the elite, the ones that understand true money, not the regular guy you see on the street. This is often interpreted as hidden agendas. Right? Part of their agenda is to what? Is to chip everybody. ISUPK doesn't understand that. IUIC doesn't. Well, IUIC is starting to come around. I believe Bishop Nate, when they actually make it mandatory, he gonna come around. If he comes around, then he very well may be one of the elect. Hidden agendas, surveillance systems, modern technology. Some camps or companies link this to RFID chip. No, we do. Or the mark of the beast from Revelation 13. Yeah, modern technologies, surveillance system, hidden agendas. They're not going to say, oh, by the way, this is the fulfillment of Revelation 13 and 16. GMS frequently connects Psalm 64 to end time prophecy. Exactly. Some of them Psalms haven't taken place as of yet. So they were future prophecies. Backing up, David was also a prophet. He prophesied the Lord's death. Psalm 22, for example. But the Most High shall shoot at them with an arrow. Ultimately, that's the missiles. But the Most High shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. This is usually interpreted as divine judgment on Edom, the Edomites, Europeans, Western powers, nuclear destruction in the last days. The return of Yahushua, their name for Jesus, bringing judgment. They connect this with Revelation 19, Obadiah, Isaiah 63, and there's many more precepts. Yeah, the chat knows a lot about the GMS. Overall theme in GMS teaching and GMS theology, Psalm 64 is not primarily about David's personal struggles. Exactly. It was a prophecy, not symbolic in a general moral sense, but a prophecy about the end time persecution of the Israelites, the exposure of hidden evil, because we're exposing it. The Spirit gave us, open our eyes to it. The Most High's dramatic reversal and destruction of their enemies. So the reversal is this. We're going to be on top and they're going to be on the bottom. How this differs from mainstream interpretation. Mainstream Jewish and Christian scholarship typically reads Psalm 64 as a lament of David. It is a lament of David, but it's David prophesying. He didn't even know what it meant. A prayer for protection from conspirators, which are the elite, the super elite. That's the Most High to protect us. And this is a psalm that you read, and a psalm is a song, you sing it. A general reflection on divine justice against slander and violence. GMS reads it as racially specific, eschatological, end-time focus, applied directly to modern geopolitics. If you like, I can also compare GMS interpretation to other Hebrew Israelite camps like IUIC, or break down Psalm 64 verse by verse from multiple theological perspectives. No thank you, please. So that's all I'm going to say. Shalom, on to the next.